Pregame.com.
The Atlanta Falcons visit Tampa Bay this Sunday in a good regional division game. VR, we got Atlanta. I know you've been against them quite a bit this year, and Tampa Bay coming on a little bit lately. Who do you like in this one?
Here's the thing. Schiano's done a magnificent job with Tampa Bay. And 9 times out of 10, I'd be on the Atlanta side because of the fact Tampa Bay's just been covering those numbers. And we know whenever a team covers like that in the NFL, they're going to become overvalued. And after a while, if you weren't backing them already, you don't want to jump on late. You know, I'm not one that bets streaks to end because you could only cash one ticket.
Right.
But if you ride streaks, you could cash 3, 4, 5, 6. But since I wasn't on the Tampa Bay bandwagon when they were covering, more times than not, I'm not going to jump on it late. But I think we're looking at an Atlanta team that just isn't as motivated after they lost to New Orleans. It's like they still haven't gotten that bad taste out of their mouth. And we saw last week against Arizona. Arizona got out 13-0 on them. And they showed how talented they are, you know, and they came back and won. But now I think Tampa's just sitting there. This is a big, big game for Tampa Bay. This is as big as it gets. And I really think they're still not overvalued, even though they've covered all these games in a row. So this is a coin toss. I got to go with the Tampa side.
Chuck Edel.
I really like Tampa. I think the team that's overvalued is really Atlanta. We know they've only had
the wise guy's been looking to bet against them all year.
Every week.
And I know you've been against them quite a bit.
I mean, look, still the only winning team Atlanta's beat this year, Denver Broncos. The record of their opponents, and I probably said this the last 3 videos.
Say it again, brother.
38 now. It's up to 38-62. Okay,
wow.
That's the record of the opponents. Last week, they beat Arizona 23-19. Arizona had a third-string quarterback in there. Lindley, kid from San Diego State.
I never heard of him before last week. I really did.
Yeah, he was San Diego State, but he didn't have much. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay 8-2 against the spread. They've covered their last 4 games, but check this out. Josh Freeman, his first 4 games of the season, his quarterback rating 75.2. His last 6 games, quarterback rating 111. Tom Brady's quarterback rating is 102.6.
And that kid from Boise State running the football is amazing. He's amazing.
They got him 31st pick. What a steal that was.
I love Josh Freeman. I think he's one of my favorite players. I wrote about him at the beginning of the season, expecting him to have a good year. I made 1 season win bet this year. I bet Tampa
That's like
over
me
6.
with the over in Houston.
I made 1 bet. So they're at 6 already.
You like him in this spot, Chris? I think Atlanta's one-dimensional. They can't run the football.
Turner's been really bad.
They can't run the football.
Yeah.
Exactly. They rush for 89 yards a game, 3.7 yards per rush. And more importantly, when you look at Tampa Bay, they could run the football. 129 yards per game, 4.7 per rush attempt. And that's Atlanta's weakness defensively. They cannot stop the run. So if Tampa could control the pace of the game and not have Atlanta throw the football on them and get a lead, this is the kind of game that Tampa could grind out. And there's always a team every year just like this that no one catches on, no one believes. We always expect it to catch up with them, and they're not for real, and they end up covering all these games, making the way into the playoffs, and we still don't believe in them.
About week 15, we wake up to it. Well, we got a few more bets left. No, I do like this Tampa Bay team. I think it's very solid. Schiano and Martin and Freeman. All right, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead and make it official.
Atlanta, Tampa Bay. This is a big game, divisional game for Tampa. Atlanta kind of thinks they have this wrapped up already. Tampa may have some other ideas. Here's a hot team, covered 4 in a row, and it seems to me like they're not really getting lucky. They're improving week by week and building in confidence. And now here's Atlanta having to travel on the road, coming off an ugly game. Ryan threw 5 interceptions. First time a team's done that. Throw 5 interceptions, a quarterback, no touchdowns, and won a game. I don't think he's in good form. I like Tampa Bay here.
I got to correct you. It happened 50 years ago. I think
like I said, it's never happened before
I think
in my lifetime.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Bart Starr, and I want to say 1962. What year were you born, Chuck?
61.
Oh, you were alive.
Oh, so it's happened.
Me and Chuck remember the game well. Don't worry about it. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We hopefully we gave you some winners. Have a great Thanksgiving holiday.
Wonderful Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
We'll see you again next week.
God bless.
But remember, you can watch all our videos at pregame.tv. Thanks again.